Whew, she is a warm one today, you can just see. But the birds are, doing all right. They don't mind this warmer weather, but, it's only early summer yet, so we've got to keep pushing through. We made it through last year, and last year was going to be, it's definitely a lot hotter than what it is this year. Things are looking pretty good. I have seen that hen getting pretty cozy on that nest, which is positive. I do want to get at least one more round out of that hen, wherever she's gone. She's a little one. She's a little feral looking hen down the bottom there. Definitely want to try and get at least another round out of her and her cock. Her cock's, he's always by her side, like he does not leave her. And hopefully she is going to lay again soon, which is really good. So, because the first two babies, like I keep saying, they surprised me. I thought I was going to get some little feral train bridge kind of street peckers, but they didn't turn out too bad, to be honest. I was pretty impressed with them, and we entered them in the one loft race in Meadows, Meadow one loft race, which is in Melbourne. So, we'll see how they turn out. Hopefully, I don't know. A lot of these are starting to hatch, but I'm pretty sure I have to say that these ones will be the next one from memory, and then it will probably. Oh, it's hard to keep track. I do need to put a little list or something, like write some numbers there now, because when we get big, we've got the 9 boxes here cranking, which was my goal originally. I was hoping that we could just get all these pairs down at once, and we're just pumping out 9 pairs of babies every single time, but it just didn't work out that way this year. It was a bit of a, not so much a disaster, but it was just not exactly how I planned. So hopefully we can fix that for next year. I did have a brief look at these ones before, so I'm not going to touch them, but they can't be too far off hatching. And this will probably be the last, at this point this will be the last pairing or round out of this pairing, which is 83 and the best hen. We may look at splitting them up, but we'll just wait and see. Haven't had much luck out of this pair, like both really nice birds. We have really only got one healthy baby, and then we got Messi as well, which he's not 100%, which is a little bit sad. But I don't know, I've got him in the box over there. I'm trying I don't know what it is, to be honest. It's just a bit upsetting because he is a nice little bird, and just don't know what's happening. We'll have to keep a close eye on him. And this one, I am thinking about, so this cock here, he's the nicest handling, and I'd say his pedigree's not too bad out of the 3 cocks that I've got, which are the Krugers. So I'm thinking potentially putting him with my best hen, just for one round maybe, just to breed a few out, see how they turn out. Just because next year, this year, gosh, where's the time go? I want to make sure that we've got enough pairs, and hens are something we just did not have this year. We just really struggled for hens. We had some hens, they didn't want to lay eggs. They sat on, we had hens in some of these boxes down here. They were just sitting on a nest for like weeks, almost like, I could say some was probably 2 months before I said, you know what, that's it, let's cut this out because nothing's happening. So this year it's definitely one of my main focuses is to making sure we've got enough hens. I want extra hens, so if we have a problem, then we can just swap a hen out. I just don't know what happened. We did have some young hens, and I think because we brought in a lot of hens in that 8 birds we brought in, and some of them didn't turn out to be hens either. They turned out to be cocks, so that didn't really help us. So yeah, we'll get there. Out of those 8 birds that I did bring in, we didn't get a lot of babies out of them, to be honest, at the moment. They even now they're struggling a little bit. Some you creeping up behind me. She's got pink beak because she's been into the mineral powder over there. You can see she's been straight into it. So we'll see. This pair will most likely go down for another round after this, just because they're at this age, and they are close enough that I can probably put another nest bowl in this other side. But they're looking really good. I don't mind them. The last round were good, but we shipped them off too because we just didn't have the babies. So we will definitely watch these ones closely, because although the first round we sent away, we might get them back later in the year after the one loft is finished. But we won't really see the progress of how they develop because I haven't tried this pairing before. So we'll do another 1 or 2 out of them. Them ones are similar way bred, and so are these ones down here. but I haven't checked to see if those ones are fertile yet, because this is the newest of the pairings, and I'm hoping, so that's actually the cock there, but I'm hoping these ones are fertile, but I'll give them a couple more days because they're pretty new. So we'll just slowly take that one. But yeah, we're getting there. Probably a little bit slower than I'd like, but you know, as he does not like me getting anywhere near him. He'll be straight off the eggs. I've checked this egg though, so this one's definitely fertile, which is good. We'll see. This pair here, which is Apache and Storm, we may let them go down for another one after this. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We're sort of getting to that point. We've got a lot of babies in the nest at the moment, so that's really good. We've got some on the other side of the loft as well, which we'll have a look at. So we're getting close to those numbers. Anything after probably the next round that we've got cooking in the eggs at the moment will be just an experiment, and then we'll shut them down, because I really want to get these birds ready for the breeding season coming up later on this year. Probably around August, we'll probably start, September, we'll pair them up again, which is 8-9 months away. But we'll try and get that breeding over and done with really quickly, and hopefully I'll be able to get a one loft team out done in one round and just get them moving. So that's the plan. So we're just planning for the end of the year now. Obviously we've got a few birds to race. We're on the last round now for the race birds anyway. So we're just really trying to plan ahead, make sure we've got plenty of hens. I need hens. Hens. And Big King, sorting these little babies out. They're actually really well fed. Look at them. They are bursting. You can see the colours have changed dramatically on these two as well. And they got their little rings on that I put on just before. So, yeah, still a bit of time. But trying to get those rings on there nice and early. One of these is actually substantially bigger, which is probably hard to see, but it was actually this one here, which I think is the mealy. But they're doing all right. I'm happy with some of these babies are producing. So hopefully this year your babies do pretty well. I think we only had one from that cock last year that done real well, which was the best hen. Oh no, the special hen. That was the special hen. But I think she got hit by a car, actually. That's what the report was, which was a bit sad. So this year, hopefully they do a bit better. Unfortunately, we've done a few rounds out of him last year, but we just lost a lot of them. So we'll just have to see. But he's potentially on the cutting block. And I want to have a look at these two, because I haven't looked at them today, and I might have to get rings on them shortly. Actually, we'll probably got a couple more days. What's today? Tuesday-ish, I think. So might actually wait for closer to the weekend. They should be ready, but they're looking pretty good as well. Unless it cools down, I probably won't be getting the birds out for a fly today. But I did separate these little guys yesterday, which you would have seen. These are the 4 youngest ones we've got that I'm still weaning. You can still see they've got all the fluff on their head and stuff like that too. So at the moment I'm just getting them up in the trapping box, and we're just getting them used to trapping and just sitting up here and have a bit of a look around, which is good to see. 2 nest mates, so there's basically just 2 rounds there, which the 2 in the middle so these 2 are out of the same nest. They pretty much look the same, and then 2 outside ones are from the same nest as well. So yeah, we'll see how those travel along, but I'm working those ones, getting them ready to let out. I may let out these ones. So these were together with those ones yesterday. Now we've separated them because I have had these ones out for a few times flapping around the roof, and I wanted to get them back out. They've only had a few days where they haven't been out, but these ones are pretty keen to get moving. They're very eager, I think. So I'll most likely get those ones out probably a little bit later, just depends. I actually had these ones out yesterday afternoon, and the falcon had a bit of a go at them, which we haven't seen the falcon for quite a while. And probably 3 or 4 weeks actually, haven't seen him. And he gave these guys a bit of a working, but I counted them all and they're all still here, so that's really good to see. So if the wind picks up and it cools down a little bit, I'll probably get them out. But at the moment they're not flying too much, probably 15-20 minutes. It's just a little bit warm for them, and we've still got a bit of fitness to get back into them, so we just get there one step at a time. We might just shut those little guys into their section. We'll probably sort them out a little bit later. They're just relaxing. What we might do is just shut this up. That's where these 4 youngest ones are at the moment in here, which is really good. They've got their own little section now. But we'll just open this back up for all the breeders at the moment. I just only locked Shock up probably about half an hour ago because he was being a little bit aggressive. So I thought I'll just lock him up briefly. Because he's smashed eggs before. This season he's actually smashed eggs, so I don't want him to smash eggs again because we got eggs and babies everywhere. I think he actually killed a baby too by accident, just because they were fighting. So yeah, this is the hen that he's paired up with. So she's been out just enjoying bits and pieces. This is the ugly hen. She was really ugly when she was a baby, but yeah, she's turned out a bit better now. But we've got a bit of happenings in here. I would say this hen is pretty close to laying, which, you know, she's a lot slower this season, that's all I can say. We'll have a quick look at these ones, because these are really starting to take some colour into them now. So definitely they've got crop milk all over them. Don't know what's been going here. Bit too much feeding, have you? But hopefully we'll start to get a better idea of what sort of colours to expect out of there. I'm expecting, it doesn't look like black in there, so either like probably a black tiger or maybe like a blue grizzle, which would be cool. These eggs, I probably need to come back through later on tonight and just candle all these eggs, just because I just want to make sure we've got all fertile ones. And the little barless hen, she actually laid an egg last night, which is really good to see. She's really good at laying eggs, this hen. She probably the best. So we'll see how that one turns out, but she got no problem in pumping eggs out, which is really good to see. And she's paired up with the unrun cock. He's only a young cock, but I thought, you know, we'll give him a round. We actually bred him for stock, and I kind of got a little bit too slow on getting rings on him because he had these big turkey legs when he was a baby, and it was just hard to get that ring over it. So he's referred to as a young run cock. So he's a nice bird though. Definitely the best son out of 83 that I've got. So we'll just roll with that for now. And he's behind bars for the moment, but I'll get him out again shortly. But he's quite content sitting on those eggs. Anyway, catch you guys tomorrow.